I was watching Arena today, which is one of my like favorite of your films, and I was just like just watching it, going, look, how good does this look? How good are the effects? How good is the prosthetics? The acting is good, the lighting is good, the sound is good, and I came up working in distribution, working in the low budget end of it, and the amount of dross that I had to watch on a daily basis where these films just look so bad, and I just it boggles the mind.
Interesting. Well, if the lighting looks good and the acting looks good, it doesn't matter what the directing's like, does it? No, I'm just throwing that in because the directing is the one thing you didn't mention about Arena. But yeah, I was there during the making of it. You know why they look good, I think, because first of all, there were LA was LA was, I guess, maybe still is, was a heavily union town. I mean, in the by the end of the 80s, in the early 90s, all the producers, big producers, but even the little producers, were not making movies in LA anymore because they were too expensive. But the thing is, when you had all these IA crews and NABET crews, mostly yachtsing, mostly IA crews, you had a lot of younger people who were training into and working in film who weren't in the union yet, or they weren't getting enough work because there was so much work around. They couldn't get work in the big studio pictures, and they really knew what they were doing. So you could get excellent crews on a non-union picture, and they really knew what they were doing. And in a sense, visual effects, I mean, that was when Rob Bottin was coming up and John Buechler was coming up, these young people who basically were really great. Even Stan Winston, he sort of started back then. And they Stan was probably one of the first who started going on to these bigger budget things, but his roots were in low budget stuff. I mean, he did the Parasite for Charlie Band's Parasite. And at the same time, he did it almost as a favor because they were friends because they had met. And Stan was doing, I don't know what, some big picture, making all kinds of money. And he was willing to, and he had a studio of his own that was a special effects house that was basically growing. And you could hire people who were just fresh out of school or hadn't even gone to school who wanted to get into effects and loved movies and taught them how to do prosthetics and all this stuff. So you had a lot of great makeup people coming up and everything else.